Alright, so here's a name we all know, BMW M3. A badge so iconic, it basically invented the performance sedan game back in the 80s. And somehow, it's still here, still evolving, still trying to give you that rear-wheel kick when you least expect it. But now, something big is coming, like really big. Not just in size, but in what it represents. It's Drive Unlimited on the line, and today we're diving into what could be the most radical transformation in the M3's history. Oh, and if you're one of the sharp-eyed folks who already saw the camo shots and early powertrain rumors on our Instagram, that's because we dropped them days ago. So hit the QR code on screen or the link in the description to stay ahead of the curve. Trust me, when it comes to early leaks and spicy takes, you want to be there. Now, let's talk about the new M3. Not just the next model, but two versions of it. One still burns fuel, the other buzzes silently and threatens to delete every ounce of old-school character we loved. And somehow, both are probably going to be really fast. Let's start with the design. BMW is throwing out those monstrous vertical nostrils we saw on recent M cars. The new M3 borrows heavily from the Neue Klasse design language, which was discussed in our previous episodes. That design is kind of BMW's way of saying, we remember our roots, but we're also putting an iPad in your dash, sorry. So yeah, out with the pig snouts, in with low-slung horizontal grills, razor-sharp LED lights, and a rear end that looks like it could crush small hatchbacks in traffic. It's modern, angular, and honestly, it works. For the first time in years, we're not arguing about the front bumper. But then we hop inside, and well, you better be ready to say goodbye to buttons. This thing gets the panoramic iDrive setup, just like we feared. A screen that stretches from one side of the dash to the other like it's trying to win an ultra-wide monitor contest. We talked about this in our last video, the one about how car interiors are getting cheaper and sadder. Remember? Gone are the clicky aluminum knobs, real leather accents, chrome trims. Instead, we get endless glossy black plastic and a UI you'll need a software update to figure out. It's clean, it's techy, but honestly, it's also kinda cold. BMW calls it futuristic. I call it IKEA showroom meets airline cockpit. And if you haven't seen that video yet, go watch it. You'll understand why minimalism isn't always luxury. But okay, let's talk performance, because this is where things get complicated. The 2027 M3 will come in two versions. First, the gas one, a 3.0-liter turbocharged straight-six, paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system, pushing out over 600 horsepower. 0 to 100, around 3.5 seconds. So yeah, still spicy, still rear-biased, still probably good for the kind of people who think traction control is just a suggestion. But yeah, there's also an electric M3 in the works, codename AM3. And is it impressive on paper? Absolutely. But is it interesting? That's another question entirely. So, what are we working with? 4 electric motors, one on each wheel, full torque vectoring, around 700 horsepower, and potentially over 1,300 if BMW really felt like breaking the internet. And sure, it'll probably smoke the gas M3 in a straight line. Quarter mile, done. Off the line, instant torque. But honestly, it's the kind of soulless speed that makes you go wow once and then forget about it by dinner. It's power without a personality, performance without pulse. It goes fast, but does it feel fast? Does it leave a mark? Because while your brain might be impressed, your heart's just scrolling, and then comes the weight. The AM3 is expected to weigh around 2,170 kilograms. That's 465 kilos heavier than the gas version. At that point, you're not driving a precision tool, you're dragging a performance fridge around corners. Yes, we get it. Batteries are heavy, motors aren't made of air. But there's a tipping point, a moment where the added weight starts killing the things that made the M3 special for decades. The E30 M3 had just 238 horsepower and weighed on 1,300 kilograms, and it became a legend because it felt alive. It danced. You connected with it. This is twice the power and nearly double the mass. It's a different beast entirely, and not necessarily in a good way. That said, BMW isn't phoning it in. The AM3 isn't just some compliance box to tick for regulators. The platform is modular. Those 4 motors give it insane cornering potential, and off-the-line acceleration is going to be, let's just say, blink and you're in jail levels of fast. So no, it's not lazy. But it also isn't charming. Now, credit where it's due. Offering both versions, one gas and one electric, is the smartest move BMW could have made, and not just for customer choice. By doing this, they'll have a crystal clear view of what the market actually wants. They'll see the data, the interest, the retention, the the resale, all of it. And I'm not saying that just to hedge bets. The truth is, the EV hype bubble has popped. We're already seeing it. The electric Porsche Boxster was just delayed from 2026 to 2027. Taycan sales down 35%. Ferrari quietly pushed their electric model to 2028, citing, you guessed it, next to no demand. These aren't rumors. This is reality. So, the M3 strategy here? It might just prove once and for all where fan loyalty and real-world demand truly lies. And maybe then, manufacturers will stop treating car lovers like data points and start listening again. So what's the takeaway? Well, the gas version? It's looking like the final boss of traditional M3s. Straight six, turbo, hybrid assist, it's the ultimate remix of everything we've come to love since the E30. Sharper, cleaner, quicker. A true send-off, if that's where things are headed. Now the electric AM3? Yeah, it's technically a monster. 4 motors, insane traction, wild performance. On paper, it might be the most capable M3 ever. But that doesn't automatically make it the most desirable. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Raw specs don't make a car iconic. Feel does. And the AM3, no matter how fast, has an uphill battle to win over the loyalists who still want to hear something other than electric whirring when they step on it. It's like we're watching the M3's soul get a software update. And the question is, does it come with bugs? So let's toss this to you. Are you holding on to the heritage, the boosted 6, the tail-happy character, the analog feel? Or are you ready to plug in and blast off in the 4-motor spaceship with all-wheel wizardry? Let us know in the comments, because this one's gonna split the room. And if you want more unfiltered takes like this before they hit the channel, don't forget, we post the early drops, leaks, and spicy bits over on our Instagram. QR's on the screen, links in the description. Don't miss out.